we're going to begin the actual assembly of the Bimini top. First order of business is to get the hardware onto the frame pieces. And what we're going to do now is we're going to be installing these nylon 66 jaw slides onto the A bow and installing the C bow in its position. So the first thing you want to do is take the jaw slides, slide them onto the A bow. Now, because we're installing the support system, that comes with its own extra jaw slide, so we're going to install it now to save ourselves a few minutes later. But if you decide after you have your Bimini to add the support poles, it's a simple matter of just reassembling one side to get those in place. So not a big deal to buy them after your initial purchase of the Bimini top. So we're going to install 3 jaw slides onto this A bow. We're going to slide them on with the screws all oriented into the same direction and with the opening of the jaw slide facing up. Now I've slid them onto the bow. Now I'm going to take the C bow, remember that's the shortest of the 3. I'm going to line that up with the A bow and take the top one, slide the eye end of the C bow into the top of that jaw slide and replace the stainless steel screw to secure it. Once in place, from the back side, I'm going to take that 1/8 inch Allen wrench and just tighten that up. Now you don't have to tighten it fully, just secure it so that it's in approximately the final position. Okay? Now I'm going to take the last jaw slide that I slid onto the A bow, and I'm going to position that just about 2 inches from the end of the eye. Now that's going to be where our B bow is going to attach, and we'll go through that in a minute. So again, I'm just going to secure it so that it stays in place, and then on to the next step. Okay. Now we're going to assemble the B bow to the assembly that we've already done with the A and the C. Remember, the B bow is the one with the dogleg bend in it. In this situation, you want that dogleg bend facing up. What that allows is for the frame pieces to lay down flat when the Bimini's not in use. So here again, I'm going to take the eye end, slide it into the open jaw slide, and replace the stainless steel screw. Take your screwdriver now and retighten those bolts. Okay, now that I've got the 3 pieces of the frame together, went back through and readjust the jaw slides so that all 3 pieces of the bows are in line and all at the same height. Now the next step is going to be to repeat this entire procedure for the other side of the frame. Now remember, it's a left and a right side, so make sure you put the jaw slides up with the bows facing the opposite way of this assembly. Okay, the next part of the assembly is dealing with the center bow sections of the frame. We have these snap buttons, a 2-sided snap button, stainless steel, and these are slid into the centers from each end, button side first, and you want to slide them in until the button lines up with the holes drilled in the frame. Make sure both of them pop out. If necessary, you might have to twist that a little bit. It should go right in and pop through. Now we use the snap buttons as opposed to screws for a couple of reasons. Screws can vibrate out over time with your Bimini vibrating through towing and using the bow, and also there's no tools required for these. Okay, next step is to take the centers with the buttons now in place and snap them into the A and the C bow on one side of your frame assembly. Now, you want to make sure at this point that the centers, although they're all identical, you want to be sure that the crown now is facing up. You'll see that they all have a crown bend in it. Now it needs to be facing up as you do this portion of the assembly. Squeeze the buttons, snap them together. You're sliding a 3/4 tube inside of a 7/8. Compress the buttons and snap it in place. You need to twist it a little bit. Make sure both the buttons pop out of both sides of the 7/8 frame.